Hello and welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. We are once again playing the amazing Empires of the Undergrowth, and very excitingly there is a new open beta that has literally just come out. Huge thanks to Medin Bernick, who commented on a recent video and said that the beta is out. He was faster than my Steam news was. My Steam news still hasn't updated to show it, and he was just about, it must have been about the time that Slug Disco tweeted about it, so he was right on the money. So huge thank you to Medin, thank you for letting me know about it, and here we are. So the new beta has added a couple of things. It has added a new extra level called Tug of War, which we're going to take a look at today, and it has also added AI colonies into free play. So if you remember the previous free plays we've done, like the last one, you do get enemy ants in there, but they just spawn out of the enemy holes, and that's it. They spawn, constantly spawn little enemies, and there's no actual colony sitting underneath it creating those ants. So obviously what they've done now is similar to the other levels that we've seen within the story missions, and I think some of the other modes as well. They've added an actual AI colony, so they actually have to dig out a nest, they have to gather food, they have to create those ants rather than just having it all there ready to go. So that's very interesting, so we'll take a look at that at some point. If you want to get into the beta, it is an open beta, so anybody can join in. You can only get it through Steam as far as I'm aware. In Steam, you go to the game, you right click on the game and go to properties, you go to betas, you type in a code which is summertime ants, all one word, all lowercase, and hit OK or check, whatever the button says. And once it is verified, you'll then need to select the open beta from the drop down menu. Hopefully you'll all be seeing that on screen. So it's very easy to do and available to anybody who owns the game on Steam. As I said, we're going to be taking a look at, no, not that, what am I doing? Other modes, extra levels, and Tug of War, which, unless I'm much mistaken, is entirely new to me. I don't think I've seen this one at all in any of the previous betas or anything like that. Very briefly had a quick read of the Slug Disco blurb that came out on the tweet, and it sounds like you don't have to get food in Tug of War. You just get food rewarded to you based on how you're doing, how you're progressing through the level. So that could be very interesting. It could be very difficult if you get a bit stuck, possibly, that if you start going downhill, it's very hard to bring yourself back from that. But interesting, we'll see how it goes. I'm very interested. So we need to kill the enemy queen. It is against an enemy, we can see over here. Get an ant past the center to receive bonus resources. So we have a queen down here who's just, do I move the queen? No, that's very weird. She's just sat there. What have we got up here? We've got a food store up there. We have an income of 35. We have an egg spawn in 6 seconds. That means I can. Oh, we've got all of the ants available to us. Also very interesting. It said egg spawn. I didn't see anything spawn. Does that mean something outside? So we've got black ants, we've got wood ants, so we've got no workers either, do we? We do not have any workers. Yeah, black ants, wood ants. Wood ant ranged. Leafcutter medias, majors, army ants. The slave makers, jaws, and army ant majors. Interesting, okay. So can we still upgrade stuff? Yes, but we can't create food tiles, which is what that one was. So let's start some... Oh, did not mean to do that, but okay, that's fine. That's where the workers are going to go. Oh, we are in immediate trouble. I have already taken too long faffing. Oh, because you put stuff... Right, okay, restart. Well, I see what the egg spawn does. So the egg spawn... So by the time that counts down, you want to have the first couple of bits down, because then those things will spawn eggs. 50, I'm guessing, is the cheapest one. So we've got the wood ants, 60 for those, 80 for those, 150, yeah. Oh, only 40 for the army ants, though. So maybe we could only still have got 2, though, so it wouldn't have made a vast amount of difference. So if we just go up here... Oh, I can't tell them to move because they don't have anything in them yet. Why can't I tell them to move yet? Or did they just immediately go? I can't control them at all. Oh, interesting. I have no control over them whatsoever. They just go for it. Okay. Okay.
The ants must defend themselves.
Well, I won. I won. But you're probably not going to win against those 3. How did he get 3? How did he get 3? So my income has gone down to the same as the enemies now. How did he get 3 ants out at once? That's very interesting. Very interesting. We only have 45 food, but we want to get something down. So let's get an army ant miner down. Or are we not quick enough, I don't think. No. We've got a few going out at once now, though, which is good, because we actually do need to start doing a bit of damage if we can. We have another 40 food. We can put another one of those. That's in the wrong spot, isn't it? Oh, darn. It's supposed to go up there. Don't suppose it matters too much, does it? So the enemy ant is now past the center, so they're now getting the additional income. Which is going to make it very difficult if they get that for much longer, isn't it? We only have 35 food. It's not enough to do anything with, is it? Can make food tiles. Not sure they'd be entirely useful, but we can do that. Yeah, that ranged one was a great call. That was they're not gonna get past that one, but that's all right. Next egg spawn very quickly is coming around. We do have quite a nice constant supply. Why is he so much faster than that one? That's weird. So we've got a little bit of food in there now. I do want to get another ranged guy down. We might as well put him... I don't know. We'll just put him there, shall we? Ooh, that's going to be close. Yeah, we've done it. We've done it. So now we should have that bonus income. There we go. And that's not going to last for long, but it will get us to that spawn. Gets a little bit of extra food in. Yeah, let's get another one of these down. That's all we can currently afford. How's this going? Oh, very badly. Very, very badly. I was about to say I'd love to see the inside of their nest, but there we go. So they've got 4 workers, 2 ranged, and 1 what looks like an army ant, doesn't it? Or maybe not. Interesting, interesting. We're just constantly stuck on 40 food though, so I just feel like we have to just keep making army ant miners. Are they classed as miners? Medias. Just so we can actually do something. Yeah, see, I'm not going to get a chance to really upgrade any of these, am I? Because they're not grouped together very nicely. Yeah, I've made a real proper hash of this, haven't I? But this is often what we find happens. The first time we come around to, he's got me, it's not a leafcutter major, is it already? I think it must be. It's a little hard to tell sometimes, isn't it? So nobody is receiving the bonuses now because we are fighting smack bang in the middle, look. Yeah, how has the enemy received enough food to... I don't know. I mean, they have the same amount as me, so I'm not suspecting the AI of cheating or anything. Are they? No. Oh, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Could start getting a little bit troublesome for us, but we have our second backup group, and we do have 80 food in store. I wouldn't mind getting another range down. And then, oh, we're close to getting one of the meteors. I might wait and get a meteor, much the same as the enemy has done. Because they're kind of kicking us to the curb at the moment, but yeah, I was going to say, when those guys get there, they'll take care of that. I'm assuming it's a meteor. Pretty sure it is. Oh, we've got a little bit of food in. Let's get a meteor down. We'll put the meteor there. Yeah, I'm really frustrated with how badly I've done that, but there we go. Live and learn. Next time, eh? Next time. So next time we will get the meteor coming out as well. The leaf cutter meteor. I should be quite specific, shouldn't I? They got dangerously close to my nest then. Not a big fan of that at all. Not at all. We have a little bit more food. Let's get another ranged guy down. Yeah, so this should take care of those fairly easily. It's going to start getting a little dicey because our... Yeah, he's gone. Maybe we should get a couple of the wood ants to act as a bit more of a tanky resource. That might make sense. Just tank it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to place, because like this guy over here has got to walk all the way over here until he can get out. So I'm trying not to place anything too far away, but it's a bit of a game in that you don't want them too far away, but you don't also want them so close that they're, you know, like these ones, essentially touching. So let's get another wood ant. Let's get a little bit of, ooh, a little bit of melee resource going. Yeah, meteor to meteor. Well, they did okay. They're not going to last very long against those guys on their own, but we did good. We got right to the entrance to their nest. We got our next wave on its way. Perfect. It's really interesting that the level requires essentially very little input from you. Very interesting. What are we going to go for next? Maybe we'll save it for another meteor. I think that's what I'll do. Because they're a good tanky resource as well. And the wood ants and the black ants, yeah, they can stand underneath them as well, can't they? Bit of a melee free-for-all. Love it. Love it. Oh, we've got 100 food. So let's get our meteor down. There are some points where you almost want the enemy just to completely steamroll at you, so you have a blank canvas and everything hatches at once. That's where a lot of the balance sway is coming from. So they're making their way quite close to my nest entrance again. But once they get to the point where they are killing all of my ants essentially in the same spawn window and I can hatch everyone at once, they are completely screwed. See, we had nothing hatched that time because everything was already out. We have 60 food. Oh, see, that's a nice little... I mean, there's no ranged ants to back them up is the only thing. So I'm going to get another ranged ant down. How are we doing? Can you, if you split them apart, assuming they don't take different routes, do they? Or anything silly like that. So if we have melee, ranged, tanky shields, might as well put them over here. So they hung around a bit because I was messing with their groups, but they did start following the same path shortly afterwards. So what have we got? We got 16. What if they've got 0 and 0 on? That's confusing. Oh, because they just automatically resorted it. Okay. Well, we won't worry about that too much maybe then. Maybe at this point, yeah, our income's 55. If we wait, if we can keep hold of the cent... Oh, we've lost it. I was going to say maybe, just maybe, we can get a major going, but we'll get another meteor down for now. Yeah, they got a lot of melees there, haven't they? Now they got a lot of range to back them up as well. We've got no one to defend our ranged guys, so they're all gone. He's gone. They're not going to last a second. But look, that's what we want to see. Just a massive, massive outpouring coming. A mixture of ranged and melee. Perfect. Let's get another ranged one down. At some point I might... If you delete stuff in this mode, would you get the food back? I don't know. Nice. They've got a real constant stream coming though, look. Back up to 50 food. I might wait and see if we can get that major. We'll see how it goes. If we start struggling a little bit, we might have to very quickly. Apologies, by the way, if you can hear anything in the background. Obviously, if you're in Britain, then you'll know we're in the middle of an intense heat wave and everything is just muggy and it's really humid and everyone else in the world pretty much has to deal with this all the time, but we don't, so we're suffering. So I have obviously got my window open, so you might hear there's a stonemason's not too far away, so you might hear a bit of drilling or sawing and stuff. So apologies if you do hear it in the background. I do unfortunately have a bit of a sensitive mic, which is why I can hear my keyboard tip-tapping away all the time as well. Right, we've got enough to get our first major. Where are we going to put him? Should we pop him in there? Yeah. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Excited about that. It's the first one we've really beat the enemy to, isn't it? So again, it's where you get this sort of just like, oh, here's a couple of ants, here's a couple of ants. That's where you really struggle. So like these first ones are basically doomed to die. Yeah, they're taking care of all of the melee ones before my ranged guys even get into position. But hopefully, look at that beast. Boost. Right, we've got 6 ranged and a lot of other things, but the other things seem to be taking a lot more of the brunt of the attack. 170 for an army ant major. Oh, in fact, we're not far off. I might go for an army ant major just so we can say we've got one. There almost certainly is an optimum ant ratio you should use in this mode. Like there's some of these you probably like the slave makers. I can't see any point to the slave makers in this mode at all. Look how close they're getting to my nest, but look at this, and we've got enough to get our first army ant major down. I might put them just down right there, you know. So that'll be exciting to see when they get here. So we've taken care of their invading army. We're now going to push forward. We should be able to take care of all these. You'd have thought. And we could do it taking back that centre, because they are getting those bonus resources at the moment, aren't they? What are we going to do with our 80... I'm so annoyed that I've gone with this layout. I really am. I wholeheartedly apologise. It's frustrating me as much as it is you. Let's get another media down. Oh, look at that beast. Look at that beast. So why did he just spawn when it's out of the spawn window? Because that's when it creates the egg. So anything which doesn't have an egg on it gets an egg at the 0, and then that has to propagate, larva, cocoon, and hatch. I see. I see. Oh, we must be getting our asses kicked because everything's hatching at once. Oh, there's our army ant major. Look, we just take a little look. I'm assuming we'll get a bigger force at some point, but for now, let's take a look at this. It's not bad, is it? I love the detail on them. I love the detail. The little bumpy heads and everything. The tiny eyes on the army ant major. Love it. Love it. Oh, hello. What are we doing over there? See, we're going to struggle a bit here because all of theirs are coming at once. What are we going to do with our 140? Well, that shot up. That shot up a lot, actually. What are we going to do with 140? Let's get another ranged down. And let's get some more melee down. Yeah. Didn't think he's going to fare too well against all of that. He's got a lot of range now. Let's take a quick look at their nest. So a whole bunch of melee, a whole bunch of ranged. I think that's their media. Not sure what that is. More melee by the look of it. And then more ranged over there? Yeah, I think so. Ah, I've just realised they're controlling the centre again, aren't they? Boo. We have 100 food. Let's get another one of them and another one of them. Just act a little bit more of a shield wall. They're going to get very close to coming into my nest. Look how close they are. In fact, one of them has just wandered in. But we have got everything coming out at once there. So we should devastate them. Which means they're going to have this trickle of stuff coming behind them. Oh, we could do with creating a couple more things. How much are the trap jaws? 90. Let's start some trap jaws going. Yeah, I think maybe you just want to not concern yourself with how far stuff is from the entrance and just worry about all right. Particularly if we do start upgrading stuff. You're going to want to worry about having stuff grouped together more than close to the entrance. Oh, look at the beast. Here he comes. Here he comes. Just steps over everything else, look. Munch, munch, munch. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And we've just taken control of the centre as well. Got a bit more food. What are we gonna do with that? What are we gonna do with that? So I might get another trap jaw, you know. I might get another trap jaw. And now it's our turn to get close to their nest. Not quite as close as they got to ours, seeing as they actually got inside, but we are close nonetheless. But they have taken care of all of the melee units. They're going to destroy the ranged, and yeah, there we go. And the balance has shifted again. I would say at the moment the balance is probably ever so slightly in their favour, unfortunately. Right. So let's need some more food now, because we spent all of our food. If we can just hold on to the centre for a bit. Oh no, but they're going to destroy those ranged units again. And they're going to take the centre again, but not before we got that food. Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. What are we going to do with it? And get a media for 80, can't we? Let's go to media. Oh, they're just past the centre, and they're just receiving that bonus, look. Oh, there's our first trapjaw. Lovely. Got absolutely decimated by the vast amount of ranged units there. I really need to focus on my ranged units again. Where are all my ants? Oh, they're going to get right into our nest. Yeah, the balance is definitely in their favour, isn't it? It's really quite obvious when they start coming into your nest long before you do. Where are you guys going? Where are you? Oh, they're enemies. Oh. And my ants won't come back on themselves, and because they met them in the tunnel, they don't attack them. They only attack them if they see them outside or inside of the nest. So unless we actually need the enemy to kill us fairly quickly, because until these start hatching, we can't do anything about this. There we go. But our queen is now... we only need 3 more of their ranged guys to get in here, and that's it. Game over. Game over, man. Got a good chunk of food there. Let's get some more ranged units down. In fact, let's get another one down. So I think that's why they're beating us at the moment, isn't it? I think they are so many more ranged units that they can just rip through our melee defenses. So we have 3 melees. Oh, there's some more coming, but they're not going to get there before our ranged guys. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Yes. Yes, mate. Yes, look at this. Invade their nest. We're obviously not going to make it, but I love the fact we managed to invade their nest. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit of a nest invasion. Right, we've got some more food. Let's get another ranged guy down. Leaves us with 50. We could get another... Let's get another shield one. Really, we're going to focus on our ranged guys for damage at this point. Everyone else is just there to kind of hold them off. I suppose the trap jaws also quite good at the damage. And we're doing actually really well. It's just we've invaded their nest and we've held them off this long that they still haven't taken the center. It's going really well at the moment. And we've got a whole new batch going out. Let's get some more range down. Biddly biddly bosh. 140, that's enough for an army ant major. Where's my army ant major? Or is it not? No, they're 170, aren't they? I got confused. Yeah, well, we'll wait. We'll wait. We either want a major or one of the majors is what I was trying to get to there, and I got myself confused immediately upon starting to say that. We're still receiving those bonus resources, and it looks like I don't know. Got a lot of tanky units there, but they are being whittled down by that vast amount of ranged units. We've got enough coming in to hold them off. We just need to take care of their melees so we can just get close enough to start working on their range. And I think they're probably still going to win by the look of it. But it's going to be mighty, mighty close. Oh. Oh. Yes. Yes, little Trapjaw. You are a beast. I'm going to get another army ant major just because we can. Then we're going to get another ranged unit. Then we're going to get another ranged unit because our food just came in. So I think at this point we are probably going to start losing because they have got so many ants on the way now. How many ranged ants do we have? 16. 16 out of 40. We probably want to try and get it about at least half ranged, don't we, I think? That seems like a sensible... It doesn't matter what else you've got. If half your units are ranged and the other half are kind of tanky, you should be okay. The Trapjaws seem to be doing really well, actually. I might get some more Trapjaws on the go in a moment. We are going to have the situation, the thing with putting everything fairly close together is you are going to have the situation where they are going to start walking. We saw it with the Trapjaws thing earlier where they, yeah, here we go, watch this. Where they hit the nest tiles and they go super slow and then they go super fast again. The optimal thing I think you would want to do is you would want to plan out a nest in your head and then put speed tiles down to try and, I don't know if they would... If there's a faster route with speed tiles, I don't know if they would prefer that route over the most direct as the crow flies sort of path. I don't know how clever the AI pathing is. Yeah, we're going to struggle there. All of our ranged guys are going to get decimated, which probably means we don't have many ranged units. So there's a few there. Not as many as I'd like in there. So the enemy has just taken control of the center. They have one big group and a second large melee group on the way with a couple of ranged guys in there as well by the look of it. We do have lots of food. I have been neglecting food. Let's get an army ant major on the go. And let's get another ranged guy, because we can afford to. So we have lots more range than them. Yeah, we are taking them out. We've destroyed them a little bit. So we should take this. Will we take the center before we reach them? Yes, just about. Just about. Very close, but we made it. Right, so how are we doing now? So we're up to about 20 or 19 range, up to 46 ants in total. I suppose the danger is you don't want, I say you want half range. You want half ranged if everything's attacking at once. What we don't want to be is in a situation where like this, where they're going to destroy all the range. We're going to have a bunch of melee units arrive. They're going to be slowly whittled down, and then a minute later, all of the ranged units are going to arrive just in time for the melee to die. So maybe half isn't optimal. But then what is optimal? I do like how diverse my army is. I really am just sort of throwing everything at it. A little bit of ranged, a little bit of fighter, a little bit of shield. Tank. I said shield because that's what the icon is. Whereas the enemy seems to be like, you know... I think they've gone black ants, haven't they? Yeah, no, maybe not. No, I think they are. They are... oh, no, they are black ants, yeah. I think they've gone black ants. They've gone your ranged ants, your wood ants. They got meteors. They've got quite a few meteors now. Let's have a quick look at that. That's a lot of ants coming out. That's a lot of... yeah. They're only gone for that 3 types as far as I can tell. How is their nest looking? Oh, this is getting quite sizable now, isn't it? Interesting. We are still receiving the bonus resources, and we haven't been spending them for ages. So let's get on that. Let's get an army ant major down. Let's get another ranged guy out as well. Why not? Why not? Let's just hit the upgrade button. Yeah, so it doesn't take any upgrade pointages from nearby tiles unless they're the same type. So this really is just the worst layout that I could have come up with. Really should have thought it through a bit more, but hey ho. Hey ho. Not quite enough. We could get one of these two, couldn't we? Let's get one of these wood ants. Wood ants? Yeah. How are we doing? Looks like we're taking care of their melee units pretty fast onto their range. Are we controlling? They're controlling the center. They are just over. Hopefully, very shortly, we will get that back again. Oh, well, that's definitely going to help all of those hatching at once. Pop down one of them. Let's get another wood ant down. Just a little bit of extra frontline tankiness. We are controlling the center. Perfect. And at this point in the match, you're getting 20 points more than them for controlling the center. So that's half a wood ant media. Army ant media. All over the place today, I'm so sorry. That's quite sizable. That's a good bonus. Ooh, yeah, they're not going to quite survive, are they? No, there they go. But we've got a lot of units backing them up. A lot of... This is the problem. All of our ranged have spawned at once. Look, they're going to destroy the few melee units, then they're going to destroy the ranged units. It will take them no time. I say that. It's not so bad when it's ranged against ranged. We've got lots of food. We have got lots of food. Let's get another army ant major down because we've got that much food. Let's get a couple more ranged because we can. Oh, everyone's in the center. We are still receiving the bonus, but it is mighty close. It can't be that far until they'd have to push us back to get that back again. And the bonus has gone down. Look, it's gone down to 16 points. So do you get points based on how many ants you're killing? Is that why they sort of crept up to us? No one's receiving the resources anymore. Whose ants are going to get here first? This is the question. Oh, everyone's gonna meet at the same time. It's gonna be a free-for-all crazy time. Let's pop down another one of those. I'm gonna save our food. In fact, no, I'm not gonna. Oh, I don't need to anymore. I was gonna get another media, and we'll get another major as well. Let's just take a quick look at that, shall we? Because that is pure chaos. Look at that. What is even going on there? What is even going on there? I like the fact I've got 2 dead majors, or what appear to be dead majors, just lolling around in my team. Wonderful. Wonderful. I love the screenshot mode. So we are just receiving the bonus now. We've just crept over that invisible central line. So range versus... Oh, so, we've got a few melees left, so we should absolutely destroy them. But that means the enemy's going to have a lot coming very, very shortly. But then, so do we. Oh, that's just a dream to behold, isn't it? So I'm going to save my points again. I want to try and focus on tanks and range with maybe a couple of trap jaws every now and then, but I think that's really what I need to focus on. Oh, these armies are getting sizable now, aren't they? All right, we've got a lot of food left, so let's get army out major. Let's get a couple more range down. How are we doing for range? 30 out of 65, so it's still hovering over that halfway mark, isn't it? Which is, I think, probably what we want. Not that it matters in this situation where they're going to get destroyed by these melee units. Oh, well, they did really. I mean, there's only a couple there and they still managed to pick them off quite fast. And now the ranged guys are just destroying them. But, so the enemy's about to receive the bonus. Look, oh, there it is. And we have armies out en masse again. And we've got a little bit of food again. Let's get another media down. Oh no, can we afford a we can. Oh no, let's get a major leaf cutter. Let's get a major leaf cutter. See, that's nice to see now, that proper wall of range like the enemy has. It's nice that we have now caught up a bit there. It's almost a shame that they're rapid fire really, because mortar units, I'd be much more tempted to upgrade them if they were mortar units, because that splash damage would just be be a wonderful thing when you fight an enemy ants and enemy colonies. Mainly wood ant melees, or there's a few here coming the range because they're further back in the nest, isn't it? That's a good point. So their nest is set up so the melee units get out first and then the ranged. I don't know if that's intentional or not, but that's very useful for them. Very useful for them indeed. Yeah, we're not going to survive this particular battle. They're going to press a little bit forward, but all of our reserves are coming. It's a shame they're just sort of piecemeal a little bit here and there. They're not quite starting to build up. They're getting taken out so fast by those ranged units. So we're going to win the war against their melee units now with all these ranged, but then we've got to take care of them ranged, and then all their other melee units are coming in and they're going to destroy us. Yeah, we're a little bit out of sync with our ranged and melee units at the moment, and it is not doing us any favours really. Let's get a couple of those as we can afford it, and then let's get another ranged unit. And the next time we get some food in, I might actually put some speed tiles down. Just in this entranceway bit, just here. Oh, that's my phone, apologies for that. There it is. I think just that little bit of extra speed could be really useful for us. So just going up to there, and we're just going to just fill this in. Just get everyone outside that little bit faster. So it cost us a fair bit, but I think overall that could be very useful. Just that little bit, that little help, that little push. The enemy is receiving the bonuses, of course, because they are way over the central divide. We've got a little bit of food again, and let's get a couple of medias actually. Because we've got a few majors now, so you can have the media stood under the majors, and then I think the soldier stood underneath the media, so it should give us like a 3-tier defense line. Which could be quite nice, couldn't it? We should destroy their ranged units. Yeah, destroyed. And then run forward, get that bonus for ourselves. This is a nice little group, a nice defensive melee group, backed up by a huge amount of ranged. Oh, they didn't quite get to push forward onto the range before all the medias and stuff started arriving. That was a bit of a shame. Would have been nice to see, wouldn't it? Right, so let's get... Oh, we've got lots of food. We've got so much food, actually. Right. So we did lose that fight, unsurprisingly, but they're only left really with ranged units, so we should take care of those without too much trouble. They're probably going to have a lot on the way. Yeah, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the party. But we've got quite a bit there. We could do some melee units to start backing them up, and we're not going to get them for a while, which is a shame because they're all going to die at once again. But again, we've got a fair bit of food, so let's... a couple more ranged units. Let's get another trapjaw down. I'm enjoying the trapjaws. I like how fast they scurry. Look at them go. They didn't get very far at all, did they? We really could do with some own ranged units to take care of all this rabble, because we're just going to get picked apart at the moment, which is exactly what's happening. We just start to see our ranged units come into play. We've got a bit more food again. Let's get another... In fact, let's just go 2 melee units. Ooh. Yeah, so then unfortunately they were left too long without any range support up here. And they just managed to pick us all off. But, look at this. Look at this. So they are going to take control of the center ever so briefly. But that hopefully won't matter too much. Hopefully, we'll be able to take care of them. I mean, we've got a fair few units there. There's a couple of near empty bars. Yeah, there they go. Can we pick through them? It looks like we just about can. Yeah, we're taking care of their majors, their ranged units. Nice. Let's just tidy that up to make it a bit more circularized. Few more ranged units, I think, are in order. So that's nice to see. So we've got a relatively decent force here, a little bit of melee, a good chunk of range, and then a huge amount of back to back them up. All we need is our melee units to survive long enough for these to come into play. And we were a bit lucky there that their ranged units came out first. They haven't quite made it. We got a little lucky that we took care of a lot of their ranged units, so that's going to really help us out. But now we're in the position where we don't have any ranged units backing us up. Oh no, I'm a liar. We've got one. We've got one tiddly little ranged unit doing what he can, but it's probably not enough, unfortunately. How are we doing? 42 to 93. Let's get a whole bunch of those. Let's get a trapjaw or 2. And we're going to get a media as well. Is these ones? No, it's these ones. Oh, look at them all hatching. Wonderful. So we are just about to lose this fight. They're just about to take control of the center. No. Oh, we both receiving resources. That's interesting. And now the enemy's taking it instead. And it's a 30 food bonus at the moment. That's huge. That's huge. How are we doing? Oh, it's going to be a little close. It's going to be a little close. We've got 1 melee. We've got no melee units. We've got 0 melee units. We do have more range than them, so we should be able to pick them off. All being well. So I'm just getting some smaller units in, the units that can kind of sit underneath the medias and the majors. That's why I'm spending money on the wood ants there, and then we're going to work on the next row of ranged. We've taken control of the center, so we're getting those extra 30 food units ourselves now. Food seems to be coming in so fast at the moment. I really am just completely ignoring upgrades. There probably are some upgrades which would be really, really useful. Oh, it's just a melee off at the moment. Look at it. And we've just got more melee joining. Really need all of these to hatch at once. There they go. And see, they got this little bit of a speed boost. So although these have all hatched at once as well, one, they've got further to go because the nest is more spread out. And they don't have the little speed boost to shoot them through the nest a little faster. I really think that does help. I really think it does. I think that's a worthwhile investment. So the enemy have taken control of the center, and they are probably going to hold it for quite a while because we need to take care of pretty much all of that before we can take the center back again. We've got loads of food now, loads of food. Let's get a couple of them. Let's get some more ranged units in. How are we doing? 55 out of 100. Oh, no, we need more ranged units. Bosch, Bosch. Oh, no, just one Bosch. Singular Bosch. Looks like we've taken care of all of their melee units. We're just picking off the ranged units as we go now. And they've got nothing else on the way, so we should have a little free run. Yeah, straight over the center line. Receive that bonus. 40 bonus almost now. Beautiful. All of their things are just hatched again though. But we do have some more food, so let's get some more ranged units down. Ooh, we're not going to do amazingly well here. Yeah, the first one's already worked its way through. We are holding them off quite nicely, just in time for all these to arrive. We're not going to have many ranged units again. They're all staggered and out of formation, which is a bit of a pain. Particularly when they've got so many ranged units there. But still. It's all looking good still, isn't it? So our melee units, sorry, our ranged units, actually held them off a lot longer than I anticipated. I thought they would have been pretty much destroyed, and then the melee units would have arrived way too late. Or have I got that the wrong way around? Well, that's my laptop going off because I didn't mute my laptop. Apologies for that as well. Let's just mute that. Right, so we've got a little bit of food again. Let's get some leaf cutter mages. Oh, look at the size of the enemy forces now, look. If you don't manage to kill their queen, then the force is just going to get bigger and bigger. There's no limit to the size of the forces, right? Because if you've got food, you spend it, surely. I suppose you could start upgrading, couldn't you? That would be the alternative. How I'm going to upgrade stuff. I haven't even left spaces in between to put movement tiles in. A really, really bad nest design. Like the singular worst nest design I could have come up with, really. Ugh, I'm going to keep banging on about it because it's still terrible. We are going to lose this fight and the enemy is going to take control of the center again. But not for long, because look at that. Oh, love it. We have 633 out of 130, so we could do with just having a bunch of those. And as we've got a little bit of food left over, we'll get another wood ant as well. So obviously the enemy has taken control of the center. That was somewhat inevitable. Just slurping some tea there. Apologies for one, going quiet, and two, in case you heard me slurping away. It's thirsty work though, particularly in this heat. Oh my god. It's not even the heat, it's the humidity, I think, which is really just destroying it for me. It does look like there's going to be a huge rain/thunderstorm soon though. And the skies are looking very dark out there. And my washing's still outside, so I should probably, whilst this is going on, the good thing about this is that I can quite easily, oh, I say that, I know I've got lots of food to spend. I was going to say quite easily do other stuff in the background whilst it's just carrying on, but I really can't do that. Yeah, I just need to check the rain radar to see if I'm about to get very wet washing to go out to. Once I finish... Oh, got more food once I finish recording. Ooh. Ooh, it's dodgy. It's dodgy. It's just... Oh, it's just skirting the outside of my rough area. Oh. Look forward to maybe seeing that coming down in the moment of panic I have when I realise my washing's still out. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I wish you could put these into different groups so I could just see what I've got, really. We've got a lot of food is what we've got, so let's start just spending it, shall we? So the bonus has gone down to only 30 additional food. And all of our melee units are gone. All of their melee units are gone as well, though. It's a ranged off. Of course, we've got the problem now. We're all going to hatch at once, and my ants are going to get there slightly faster out of the nest, but their nest is only there, so it's sort of irrelevant, isn't it? I might just coat the rest of this with speed tiles. Why not? And then what we're going to do, we're going to put down some more ranged. Oh, I think we are, aren't we? Let's get a couple more. We've got lots of food, actually. Let's get down a few ranged units. Let's get down a couple more mages. And then let's get down a media. And then let's get down a wood ant. It's another ranged off. Oh, no, not quite. We have one trap. Oh, it's a ranged off. And once again, they're all going to leave the nest, but vroom, look at them go. I might get those speed tiles upgraded, actually. It's all instantaneous as well, isn't it? Because we don't have any workers. Oh, wonderful. So that's cost us a fair bit, but look at how fast they're getting out of that nest now. Oh, lovely. It's only a small thing, but like I say, it all adds up. How many have we got? 84 of these have got now, so pretty much actually at the point where we've got over half of our ants are wood ants. Ranged wood ants, that is. That's going to get a whole bunch of the cheap wood ant tanks. Oh, we're going to make it into their nest. We're going to make it into their nest before they hatch. They're close to hatching, but they're not quite there. That's... Oh, look at that. Look how close we are to their queen. Oh, we're actually damaging there. Some of the ranged units can actually reach their queen. Awesome. That's amazing. Now, I really don't think we're going to survive this at all, are we? It's just not a chance. Yeah, we're probably not going to survive it, but that is irrelevant because we just murdered their queen. Get on, sunshine. Didn't think that was going to be it. I might actually have to watch that footage back after the recording just to figure out what... Do we just have enough ranged units close enough to pick her off? Because three of theirs did over half of our queen's health. It was over our whole spawn period, but yeah, amazing. Once again, Slug Disco, I think, have knocked it out of the park a little bit. They're doing really well at just thinking outside of the box and thinking of really interesting missions. It isn't just, here's another map, here are some ants, go kill everything. They really seem to be doing very well at just thinking outside the box and just creating these interesting, unique experiences, play experiences. I'm really, really enjoying it. Really, really enjoying it. Good stuff. Hope you enjoyed that half as much as I did. Next time, we will hopefully have a look at the free play. I think one or two people commented last time and said about the fact that they haven't yet seen a limit off free play. I can't think what the exact word is now. My mind's gone blank. But where you turn off the limit so you don't have to overpay once you get to a certain number. Basically, they want to see hundreds of ants rampaging over a free play map, and to see my PC crawl to a halt trying to render them all. I'm well up for that. So that might be what we do next time, and with the enemy AI in the free play as well, which would be very interesting to see. So I hope you really enjoyed that. If you did, do hit the like button. That would be massively appreciated. Oh, it's actually counted as like a spoils for your formicarium thing. Obviously, we don't get anything. Yes, like it if you enjoyed the video. Comment, subscribe, all those good things. Is that broken? I think that's broken. Well, it is an open beta, as I said, so it is, yeah. A little bit broken, but that's not a problem. If you are going to play the beta, probably should say back up any save games just to be sure, You never know what's going to happen. I do try and back up my save games after every video that I record because I have been caught out multiple times where I've managed to lose my progress on something somehow. So not just in Empires. It's not, I'm not just saying Empires is a terrible game and it's really bad. No, I mean, several games I have had that problem. Anyway. Hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully I'll see you next time for the free play. And as always, thank you so very, very much for joining me.